what followed, and where I stand now. This is in regard to this video from 6 months ago, Cory X Kenshin's alleged victims, a 51-minute video where he goes through a bunch of victims of Cory X Kenshin, which boils down to a bunch of anonymous users and some pretty horrific, vile accusations with zero evidence. And that is the problem when you are a content creator who covers things such as myself. I am someone who covers very, very insane allegations and accusations, and almost every time I do, I tell my viewers, you guys, to take them with a grain of salt. Always try to see the good, the bad, every side of a situation before you immediately jump to someone being like one of the worst people alive, right? Before jumping to the conclusion that someone, a creator you like, is possibly like a abuser or something like that, right? Now, about a year ago, I ended up covering this.
Planes can't fly without skilled technicians. At Universal Technical Institute, get hands-on with turbine.
Some of these allegations that came out about Cory Kenshin, specifically involving a woman by the name of Panda Ninja, who made some pretty vile allegations against Cory, accusing him of things like SA, making jokes and allusions to possibly, taking advantage of her in her sleep. And it all ended up coming out that she was being dramatic for clicks. She basically ended up dropping something saying like, oh, she didn't say that. Like, other people were making stuff up, blah, blah, blah. And she pretty much completely discredited her own allegations, discredited her own self, right? No one was going to take this person serious when they weren't even accurate and able to present a story with accurate information.
This was literally not intended to attack.
Oh, shit.
Or have attacks towards Cory. So please stop the essay allegations towards him.
Wow.
That is not true.
Really got my number with that one, huh?
There was no cheating or pregnancy. There was no editing or messaging.
Oh, okay, bitch nigga.
Those
Alright, bro.
That they made you guys believe because they were trying to bring traction to their content.
And so a lot of people were looking at this Mad Attack guy's content already kind of annoyed at what we were looking at, because you had these uncredible sources like the Panda Ninja person, as well as 40 minutes of other victims that were not willing to come forward, were not willing to, provide any sort of evidence or anything worthwhile in regards to, what accusations were being made, which has caused, Cory Kenshin to send this guy a cease and desist. Before I get into any of that, I want to be clear, this is not a call for anyone to harass, pressure, threaten, investigate, spam, or contact anybody involved. I do not want my audience carrying anger on my behalf. I do not want this to become a pile-on. This is a serious situation involving real people, a former friendship, public statements, private experiences, disputed materials, and formal legal correspondence. So I am approaching it with caution. This is not a takedown. This is not a victory lap, and it is not me asking anyone to choose a side. This is me explaining what I received, what I reviewed, how I understood the situation at the time, and why I am choosing a more careful public response now. I am not presenting myself as a court. I am not asking the internet to decide anyone's life, and I am not claiming to know every private fact, every private motive, or everything that may have happened outside of what
What's up, bro? Just keep blinking, bitch.
Documented or was directly informed of. What I can speak to is my own experience. So unfortunately, Mad Attack's video already kind of uses exploding. When you realize what this original video he created is Cory Kenshin's alleged victims, which is basically a 50-minute video of people's opinions in like self-written Google Docs about experiences that they had with Cory Kenshin. Now obviously, that's how a lot of situations are going to be, right? If you have a bad relationship, a lot of it's going to come down to you like showing messages, showing context of like how this relationship went down. The problem is, if you were to like tell a YouTuber this information, they would probably not try to like present, allegations like this as if they were factual to try to discredit a former friend, because again, these are just experiences.
God damn it! Let me finish him!
their word was not credible.
Oh my
They were simply doing this with
Just let me finish,
they were a
man.
little upset that their relationship did not end the way they wanted to. It boiled down to Corey Kenshin essentially being a fuckboy who did not want to be in a relationship with this woman, but he was like more than willing to,
was close.
you know, do all the dating stuff, do all the like sexual stuff, but without the relationship type, the boyfriend-girlfriend type. And she was pretty upset about that, so she ran to the internet to try to accuse him of this horrific evil abusing monster. And the same exact things are mentioned.
Damn.
It's 50 minutes of Corey basically being a fuckboy to a bunch of different women, which does not make someone a predator. It does not make someone a horrific abuser. And that's kind of what the whole main point boils down to, is if you're going to present 50 minutes of people's opinions and 50 minutes of just people's experiences they had in their class, as if this guy had some horrible down, I feel
Bring me back down, nigga. Bring me back down, bitch.
President, he get hit with a cease and desist for what you're getting hit with, you should probably shut up and delete those videos. You didn't really have anything to stand by.
On January 30th, 2026, I received a cease and desist letter by email from the legal counsel representing Corey Kenshin. I am not going to display private contact information, legal addresses, signatures, or unnecessary identifying details. I am also not treating this video like a legal proceeding. A cease and desist letter is not discussing it online does not resolve the dispute, but the correspondence is part of the reason this video exists, so I believe it is important to explain its general substance. The letter disputes the accuracy, interpretation, and presentation of portions of the content. It states that Corey denies the categories of misconduct discussed in the January 5th, 2026 video and characterizes the issue as consensual adult interactions. The correspondence argues that private conduct was selectively reframed in a materially misleading way. It also challenges how I interpreted and presented certain screenshots and messages, particularly my previous references to fabrication, Photoshop, or AI. The letter argues that those conclusions were made without sufficient technical verification and says that the disputed materials refuted earlier accusations rather than supporting them. It characterizes my decision to speak publicly as being motivated by profit and attention, argues that attributing statements to other people does not remove responsibility for publishing them, claims that the publications caused reputational harm, and raises a separate copyright concern regarding the use of video content. The letter requests the removal of specific content, a public retraction or correction of certain statements, and preservation of materials connected to the dispute. It asks for a written confirmation within 7 business days and states that continued publication of material it considers false or misleading would further support its position. It also says that Corey would prefer to avoid litigation but will enforce his rights if necessary.
So,
One time my wallet was pickpocketed in Spain. My other bank put me on an endless hold, but Frost answered immediately and overnighted me a new debit card. I cried a little into my gazpacho. Gracias, Frost!
In other words, Corey Kenshin just kind of wants this dude to shut up, right? The main problem with this kind of situation is the fact that Mavatak was Corey Kenshin's friend, so unfortunately, it gives a bit of credibility to these allegations. Even though I think that they're false, given one of the people he decided to showcase was Panda Ninja, a liar, some people may not think that. They may say, wow, this guy's like really good friends with Corey Kenshin, why would he lie about this kind of stuff? That's kind of one of the main things this season is claiming. They want him to just stop talking about it, delete the stuff that almost all people just right?
Why did you fucking backdash him from
issues, of course, where there are creators who take advantage or use their power to try to silence people. And this is not one of those situations. This is a situation where someone like Mavatak platformed just pure trash, pure slop, and tries to say, oh, well, it's not me saying this stuff, I'm just the 100,000 subscriber YouTuber platforming these anonymous allegations. That's the problem. If I want to cover some serious allegations, let's say about Mr. Beast, I'm going to cite my source and give my commentary on the situation. I'm not just going to cover some anonymous allegation unplatform it as if like what I'm reading is just like, oh guys, do what you want with this information. No, there's a reason why other people who cover these allegations when they happen aren't being hit with cease and desist. My video got hundreds of thousands of views, and nobody hit me with a cease and desist because I analyzed the content in a fair lens. I didn't just accuse, Corey Kenshin of being this person without any type of pushback on the allegations that were being presented. After the legal correspondence, Corey called me. I am not going to play the call or quote it line by line. The conversation concerned the dispute, prior events, and our history. I took time to process that conversation as part of deciding how to move forward. Because the call came after the correspondence and our history, I experienced a serious and emotional heavy. I am not assuming legal or private intent, as I said, and I am not presenting my reaction to the call as proof of anyone's intent or wrongdoing. Corey may remember or understand that conversation differently. That is why I am keeping description general, preserving the relevant material, and limiting what I say publicly. At that point,
oh my God, that was my life!
Public statements, private communications, and formal legal correspondence had all become part of the same dispute. That was what I was trying to process. But this is also about something larger than one letter. It is about what happens when creators, communities, allegations, disputes, materials, and former friendships collide in public. I understand why people struggle with situations like this. When someone follows a creator for years, there can be trust there. There can be a real sense of connection. Even if that connection is different from a private friendship. People spend years watching someone's work. They grow up with them. They may feel that person has been part of their life in some way. So when serious information or conflict becomes public, people don't always online. People often move quickly in every direction. Some defend immediately, some condemn immediately, some dismiss everything, some accept everything. And some people are simply trying to make sense of conflicting public accounts involving someone they have watched for years. I understand that. My experience is different because there was also a real friendship and years of shared history involved. I am not asking anyone to blindly believe me. I am also not asking anyone to blindly defend anyone else. Whether you support me, support him, feel conflicted, or are simply trying to understand. I'm asking you to attack everybody. I am asking people to listen carefully, think critically, and remember that serious situations.
Oh my God, please!
Regardless of what
shit, bro. Like a nigga just put some shit on the ground, like
mob of people who the nail thread.
Nigga, give me a chance.
There's nothing in these allegations.
Cheese shit, bro. Can't none of these niggas just fucking box with me.
Destroy his career. Again, this video was made 6 months ago. The video I made that basically debunked this Panda Ninja person was 11 months ago. So this guy basically took 6 months to look at these horrific allegations that has nothing
Do I have to go use this Hachi tool, my nigga? Like, what?
Not even like accurate or realistic. It decided to compile them into a 50-minute video trying to ruin this person's career. I would say that
you gotta block it.
every right to hit you with
this deal with this shit.
And that's luckily
shit is
all
annoying.
they're trying to do. Mind you, this man has made multiple videos about Corey Kenshin. Like, he's like obsessed with him, right? And that's coming from some guy who made like dozens of videos on Mr. Beast. Kind of ironic.
One fucking time that nigga
addressing the allegations of Corey fans. The hidden life of Corey Kenshin. It's that Panda Ninja woman.
Sit it on the ground.
Why Corey Kenshin and I
follow the nigga like a heat missile.
Bro, your channel is dead, right?
Nigga does not do that shit, bro.
Your channel is also dead, and it's
Welcome to the party shop at Michael's.
Sasuke fucking 8 million different.
Everything you need to
they give this nigga brother the most annoying one. Like, bro.
Tableware and so much more.
Dicky,
Starting at
man,
99
so
cents.
lame.
Shop in store or online today.
Shit is so fucking annoying, bro. Like, oh my god.
Oh, we're gonna be neighbors. Yep, I'm about to file my LLC. What's with all the hands? I'm getting a hand from LegalZoom. They handle my legal stuff, so I can handle my books.
But why? There's so many smart influencers who can give advice.
You need an LLC, an S Corp.
A C Corp.
Every business is different. LegalZoom helps you figure out the best way to start yours. Really? Swing moves.
I'm opening up a kickboxing gym.
For a legal hand to form your business, visit LegalZoom.
Seems like He's latching on to this Corey Kenshin thing so much, when in reality, you had nothing there. You were pretty upset that your fan or your friend parted ways with you and your career died. Yes, Corey can be a fuckboy. You as a man can say to another man, hey bro, let's not be a fuckboy, that's not a good idea. But to try to make a video and multiple videos trying to ruin this person's career, platforming liars and people who lie about SA and abuse, you were just kind of like a piece of shit, bro.
There has to be room for a middle ground. People should be able to speak about their experiences and concerns without pretending they are judges. People who are accused or criticized should be able to respond and dispute what is being said without every disagreement becoming destructive. Communities should be able to process difficult information without directing harm toward anyone involved. And disagreement should never become cruelty. That is the kind of conversation I want this video to be part of. I want to explain what happened, clarify what I am and am not saying, and keep my public response contained. Being careful does not mean erasing your own experience. Choosing restraint does not mean pretending that nothing mattered. And wanting peace does not mean you are no longer allowed to explain why something affected you. I can care about the harm and stress this situation has created for the people involved. I can care about how it has affected people who support me, people who support him, and people who are simply trying to understand. And I can still say that I had reasons for speaking, that the legal correspondence changed the situation, and that the events that followed mattered to me. I can say those things without claiming to know anyone's private intent and without adding more unnecessary harm.
And that's pretty much the rest of his video. It seems as though he's trying to now play the victim, as though I'm just this guy who is trying to help victims who wanted to get their word out there, blah, 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 with the most horrific allegations that can ruin a man's life. Mind you, a man that is very adamant on not wanting to be a part of internet drama. Corey Kenshin to this day still has not even responded to all these allegations. He just wants other people, other friends, former friends, to stop yapping about him and stop presenting these horrific allegations as if they are factual or not providing any type of pushback, right? Mav Attack here is not a victim of anything. He is a person from a friendship that failed who seems to be living in this bubble where he's now trying to call out this evil guy. And now that he's hit with some type of legal pushback, that cease and desist, he wants to go about it smart. He doesn't want to start any more drama. He doesn't want there to be any bad blah, 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 bad blood, all this other nonsense, which is just such a cope, such a scapegoat for once again trying to make it seem as though Corey Kenshin is this bad guy trying to sue him or cease and desist him for no reason whatsoever, for just a guy making a video covering some allegations, which couldn't be further from the truth. Now, as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I will link the full video by Mav Attack down below if you want to watch it, but I also want you guys to check out, this Panda Ninja saga. See why I think that this woman is completely ridiculous and completely ruined the credibility of anyone else who pushed allegations about Corey Kenshin. Thank you for watching. Bye.
You can get anything you want on the internet, so why are we still taking gen eds like this? At Sophia Learning, we have a solution. Sophia offers online college-level courses that are designed to transfer for credit, helping thousands of people graduate. Use Sophia and get ahead.
Men have always overcompensated in dating. Try something more subtle, like new Axe with a lighter spray. Try new Axe body spray. Sprays lighter, lasts longer.
Today, I have nothing good to talk about with NARUTO STORM CONNECTIONS. I've been ranking and climbing in rank. In the process of doing that,
Don't need that nigga count too true. Don't need running to count too clear. Don't put that nigga take it to feel. In my mind, it's still in the real. Drown out a nigga and take it to feel. If I'm sliding on tango real. Blow is sticking, I'm in a crew deal. Watch that price at every chill. We in that price for that nigga who real. I ain't the word nigga with school skill. Only always need to turn who's real. And if that nigga like girl. Tell him bro, I'm trying to squad, got deal. Come to the church, my homie got deal. 4 hours nothing, I know how to steal. Don't push it away, that nigga got killed. We're going nothing, that nigga got killed. I don't put nothing, I'm persevere. Turn that one next to him again. Turn that one next to him again. Again, I'm trying to call in for them. You put me in there, my ATM. Person like I got an ATM. I got a dream, yeah. I'm trying to get it away. I'm going to go ahead and sit on crack. But he knowing it. As soon as I get back to the crack, I pull forward there. This nigga keep playing a bit. Feel him turn a bit. Hey, been a bit. I got a water tank. So you chill down. Switch the whole bit. To the blood, you keep on that rabbit. Nigga, they tore him dead. One down, one shot, you nigga got him. Nigga, that scoring head. Count two trips. Don't need that nigga count two trips. Don't need running to count two clips. Don't cut that nigga take you to fill. In my line, we feel me good. Try to nigga and take it easy. That's when it's like I'm tango real. Blow is sticking, I'm in a crew deal. What's that price at every chill? We got hurt for that nigga who krill. I ain't the word nigga with school skill. I'm real working, trying to fill. I ain't that nigga like grill. Tell him bro, I'm trying to squad, got deal. Come to the truck, my uncle got deal. 4 hours nothing, I know how to steal. Don't push it away, that nigga got killed.
That nigga got killed. That nigga got killed.
I love coffee, but sometimes I just don't know what to order.
Try the delicious lineup at Scooter's Coffee. 7 can't-miss signature lattes, like the Caramelicious, Fudgelicious, or Strawberry Shortcake.
What if I'm looking for something sweet and salty?
Delicious lineup.
Creamy and comforting?
Delicious lineup.
A party in my mouth?
I see where this is going. Yep, whatever you're craving, try the delicious lineup. Only at Scooter's Coffee. Scoot on around.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit when other lenders say no. Apply in minutes and get a decision as soon as the same day. If approved, applications are typically funded the next business day or sooner. Loans offered by NetCredit or lending partner banks and serviced by NetCredit applications subject to review and approval. Learn more at netcredit.com/partners. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
If you wanna sneak this nigga horse nigga being mad. Why my little on a call life because this nigga being crash. How about the beans playing at the end? Don't know who this nigga is cause all my jeans bad. Can't school in hills, why the fuck I ain't in class? This nigga ain't see my face, I put on black ski mask. Kick down the door and swing still I'm snatching cash. Rocky bang the beat, he be like Nancy Crash. You got to follow me cause my action cash. Total that you don't feel what action takes. You don't feel between Andrew Jackson. I like green or orange like LPG. My little car is still action. You don't leave a trace of 38 shit on me. You run up, catch a shot, it's like a face skin. My little shoe ain't got a fake yo man. You ain't in inside candy, can't shake to the middle. Only think about running the dice game while I'm pacing me, man. My little shoe is still like he can't put me, man. I walk around with 4 lines like I'm pasting me, man. You gotta stand inside the flame to get pasting me, man. I don't all along, how I know we making me, man. You a ass piece, the police is not making you, man. If you wanna sneak this nigga, who's nigga in there? Why my little hunter caught life because this nigga being crash? How about other beans playing at the end? Don't know who this nigga is cause all my jeans bad. Can't school in hills, why the fuck I ain't in class? This nigga ain't see my face, I put on black ski mask. Kick down the door and swing still I'm snatching cash.
Inside the truck, hanging up with me, I said nigga like man, you better duck. How many percent nigga I'm high like a man, how many stuff? As soon as I hit the league, I seen him fold a man, I got stuck. I spit a nigga blood heavy, I carry again, it ain't tough. So you ain't money, I'm going up when you dance, you know what I'm saying? Walk down game, this thing, they got the jams, nigga, I love, the person on my ass when I'm stuck. More than I ain't trying to do a nigga OD bad. Pick 'em up. He that nigga got the cool nigga, I do the dash. Once he cuts, when they get some of the niggas love on dance. Cause he touch, I ain't gonna be smiling, but I been gas. When he come, I'm in the bed, but I do a little crazy bad. I'm the fuck, sticking niggas on the way, so stop and get landing. Inside the truck, hanging up with me, I said nigga like Manning. You better duck. How many percent nigga I'm high like a man? How many stuff? As soon as I hit the league, I seen him fold with a man. I got struck. I spit a nigga blood heavy, I carry the gas. It ain't tough. Can't say why you girl no money in there. Cause I'm stuck. Walk down there, this bitch ain't got them jams. Nigga, I love. So I just still trying to do some tricks and bang for a little buck. I'm at the game shit. I see my ran, I thought it was tough. My mama ain't changed. Shit, but left in the can, and nigga got bucked. Person already got one in my hand, but that ain't enough. Lil Rocky, Percocet, Lil Rocky, Percocet, that's out the backwood of a big body, I got munchies. And I took a person to my auntie. And I took a person to my auntie. Put up trippin', I just turned narcotics to my auntie. Put up trippin', I done with my auntie, what she wanted. The trial with it, I'm not still in the kitchen doing stunts. I seen a crew, nigga, I gave me a grab, lunch. I'm in the camera, this shit only going to this dab. Nigga don't punch. Keep that nigga my buddy, would give me a dab. That's some runs. That nigga trip that trip like I took a tab or blunt. I had this whole up percent before I smashed. Big cunt. I'm in the coupe in the trunk, not inside the bed. In the front. I'm with a person inside the ass. The person on my ass while I'm stuck. All that ain't trying to do a nigga OD bad. Pick 'em up. He that nigga quick nigga, I do the dash. Once he cuss, then he gets my feelings in with gas. Cause he touch. I am home. I am home. I am home. I am home.
The levels work, it's out the same story, bro. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Oh my god. Since I like Jimmy Jack, I'm feeling sadness, I don't know when I ask her. Now when she like this, she touch you with her ass. They call me on crashing, just like the rag. Yes, and she like she know, baby, what you doing, baby? My little bad feel, cool, really bad. Wake up, you get this hell. I like Scooby snacking. Birthday 10, oh my god. Birthday 10, the man, you know. Come on, nigga, walk. Yeah. show. President, oh my God. President, party run. Name spill, President, ain't that hard. I'm gonna throw these beers, how do you are? She wanna use her head, no it's after some two bitches, oh my God. It ain't no 17, oh my God. It ain't no 17, oh my God.
When your day doesn't slow down, getting protein in should be easy. And with Muscle Milk, it is. Muscle Milk has a great tasting new formula with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or added colors. Whether you're commuting, between meetings, or after a workout, Muscle Milk gives you protein whenever you need it. Available in chocolate, vanilla cream, cookies and cream, and strawberries and cream. Try the new great tasting Muscle Milk today. Available in stores nationwide. Muscle Milk, protein for all.
This summer's another scorcher. An ultimate season pass from TXU Energy is hitting it out of the park with 50% off energy charges during peak summer and winter, plus more months of automatic savings.
Savings all season long. That'll come in clutch.
Customers can save more than $450 a year.
So when the summer heat goes into extra innings, the savings come in for relief.
More savings. That's a fan favorite.
Ultimate season pass is really bringing the heat.
I think you mean cool. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Visit TXU.com for more information. Rep number 10004.
You lost me. They tell her right here, you don't give a kind. They don't call me the little head, but that's fine. I hit in my prime. I told them folks I hit in my prime. I may hold it with, but I try. Well, baby, you can't see this like I'm lying. Turn team going slime. But these jeans still blues, lean mine. Come on, flag, I took 2 percent at a time. I'm from my pussy stick back underneath while I climb. I tell my niggas in public, I'm private. I don't want you going high. My little boy hit a lick, he like a pirate. But it ain't a little bro like she's a pirate. I'm ready for my eyes. Y'all hanging with my buddy, fall fire. I'm trying to work his eyes out on the island. Now they might be lying. I can stick it in me and knocked off for a price. I'm glad he'll be quick and high. I'm snitching your mice. Maybe you know I'm wrong, still be right. Maybe you know I'm wrong, still be right. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm like, cause I don't know what to steer. Everybody calling, everybody quiet. Nigga don't know everybody cool too. Everybody eyes. Get my first listen team down. Nigga, I want short spending. My uncle, we in charge of crack house. Buddy in that can, in that chain shit. Fuck around and wake up and he's that little shit out. On my waist, I keep a 5 jet light. I'm ready to hold it with.
I took 2% at a time. I'm putting on, put a seat back, I'm getting hit while I'm driving. I gotta take my man's in public, now I'm private. I want you know I'm high. My little bro hit a lick, he left a pirate. I ain't a little bro, cause he's a pirate. How green think I'm Irish?
My nigga shooting in motherfucker, nigga. Yeah.
Crazy shit. I'ma take Friday this morning. I'm trying to slide. I'm out of in there type shit be going. I'm trying to still in the mess. How you run my wrist and it ain't going. High side you go ahead and it's gonna stay like in the phone. I'm out of internet typing that shit on me going. Spring it on this profile and be going. Nigga get nothing to stick like Puerto Rican. We got the rest of this shit where I'm in tree that's what I'm putting around me. You cost out, you ain't gonna speak on it. I couldn't clean it up, the ladies gon' stand in because he's going out and then shit tomorrow, so you ain't gonna be reframed. I don't know, my state, my corner. I'm really still what you like, son. Still I'm shooting, still get hard. I still on all the guard. Why you ain't with me offshore? I think it's still trying to run. Yeah, I'm about to be more than one. I'm gonna be baby trouble. I'm just sticking in charge. Maybe get like with each one. But I'm just getting my heart. Somebody do hard. Sure, like rock up hard. Like hard. Who the dress is doing? Who make it look like doing? Who feel stand tall? Make it more street keep working. It's the hood, you know, like quick. They're down the program. They're pretty fast. This is funny. Right now, it's game. They get rock trying to go to front. Like fancy go change. These fancy go change. They ain't gonna try. I'm gonna keep a full frame. Going quick like that shirt ready. I'ma take Friday morning. I'm trying to slide. I'm out of in there type shit be going. I'm trying to stay in the left like you my red and it ain't going. High five, you go ahead and it's 6 days like in the floor. I'm out of internet typing that shit on me.
What the fuck is that? I'm blocking. Get the fuck on, nigga. Get the fuck on.